Hello dear students, how are you? I hope you are doing well. So in today's lecture we will discuss about the Pakistan healthcare system. So at the end of this presentation you will be able to understand what is system, healthcare system, public healthcare system, private healthcare system and healthcare system organizations. So what is system? System is an organized, purposeful structure that consists of interrelated and interdependent elements, and these elements continuously influence one another to maintain their activity and the existence of the system in order to achieve the goals of the system. So a health system consists of all organization, people's actions whose purpose is to promote, restore and maintain health. So what is healthcare system? Healthcare system is the organization of peoples, as the peoples include all healthcare professional and other staff, institution. These are hospitals, community centers and resources that deliver healthcare services to meet the health needs of the target population. So a healthcare system needs staff, funds, information, supplies, transport, communication and overall direction and guidance. And it needs to provide services that are responsive and financially fair while treating people decently. The ultimate responsibility for the overall performance of the country health system lies with government, but good stewardship by the region and individual health institution is also vital. So these are the components of healthcare system. Number one, leadership and governance. Leadership and governance mean ensuring government policies and legislation to promote the health of the peoples, and health financing, that is also another component of healthcare system. So health financing means raising adequate fund for the health, and human resource, that is also another important component of a healthcare system. So well performing health workers, they are the main component of the healthcare system. Health information system, the another component. Health information system means this is the system that is designed to manage healthcare data. It collect data, store data, manage data and transmit patient electronic medical record. And health information system tells us about the performance of the health system and health status of the people. Next component is logistic and technology. So logistic and technology means a good healthcare system ensures adequate access to medical products, vaccines and technology. And service delivery, a good healthcare system provide effective, safe and quality healthcare to those who need. So healthcare system of Pakistan. So before moving towards the healthcare system of Pakistan, you should understand the concepts of administrative unit of Pakistan. So Pakistan consists of 4 provinces, and each province is subdivided into divisions, and these divisions, they are subdivided into districts, and districts are subdivided into tehsils, and tehsils are subdivided into union council, and in each union council there are 20 to 30 villages are present. So in Pakistan healthcare system there are two main sectors, public sectors and private sector. So private sector, they serve nearly 70% of the population, and 30% they are being served by the public sector. So according to the human poverty index, Pakistan is ranking on 65th among 102 developing countries. So only 27 of the population being getting benefits from full healthcare coverage, while which are mostly government employees, and the remaining 70% they are depending on out of pocket payment. So healthcare delivery system in Pakistan, there are public sectors and private sector. Public sector, they have federal government, and under federal government there is Ministry of Defense, and under Ministry of Defense there are military healthcare systems and Cantonment Board of Pakistan, and then Ministry of Health and other ministries which include research institutes, hospital and other vertical programs. So in Provincial government, there is provincial department of health, and district. Under provincial department of health there are district healthcare system and tertiary system. Under private sector there are private hospitals. They are more specialized hospital. They have equipments and staff and general practitioner, dental clinics, hakim, homeopath, and all other NGOs. They are under private health sector. So here other public and private sector. In public sector, teaching and tertiary care hospitals, district headquarter and tehsil headquarter hospitals, rural health center and basic health units, community health workers are also there. WAPDA, PTCL, PTV, OGDC, SUI Northern, PIA, Pakistan Railways, Social Security Organizations, hospital. These are all under public sector. And private sector, there are two types, some for profit and some for non-profit. For profit there are clinics, medical center, maternity homes, hospitals, hakim, homeopath, and for non-profit there are NGOs. So now first we will discuss about the public healthcare system of Pakistan. So under public healthcare system of Pakistan, this is an integrated health complex that is administratively managed at district level. So there are further three main systems in public healthcare system: primary healthcare system, secondary healthcare system, and tertiary healthcare system. In primary healthcare system, as I have told you before in our previous lectures about these, now we'll discuss in detail about these three: primary, secondary, and tertiary. In primary healthcare system, this is the institution where first contact between patient and health professionals take place. So in primary healthcare unit there are basic health unit, rural health centers, dispensaries, medical, maternal and child health centers, sub health center, OPDs of hospitals. So now what is basic health unit? So basic health unit, basically this is a small colony where there is one medical officer and LHV. They are present round the clock, and there are 1 to 2 beds are there in basic health unit, and each union council have one basic health unit, and they cover up to 25,000 population, and they cover a radius of 24 to 40 kilometers, and they provide preventive, curative, and referral services. What are those services? Immunization through expanded program on immunization program, diarrheal disease control, malaria control program, sanitation, family planning, health education, community disease control programs, acute respiratory tract infection control programs, and outreach services to pregnant mothers through traditional birth attendants and LHVs, and they provide logistic managerial support to lady health workers. These were the basic health units. Now rural health center, this is also a small colony in which there are medical officers, female medical officers, lady health workers are there, dentist there, hakim, dresser, vaccinator are there, dispensers are there. So there are uh, 5 to 10 BHU. They are linked with one RHCs, and there are 20 to 25 beds are there in each RHC, and they have facilities like they have lab facility, there are x-rays, there is an OT for minor surgeries, ambulance. These are all services are there. So they provide promotive, preventive, curative, diagnostic, and referral services along with inpatient services. So these services include maternal and child health care services, family planning, expanded program on immunization services in which they give vaccines, school health services, diarrheal disease control, health education, sanitation, community disease control program, and acute respiratory tract infection control programs. Then they work for improvement of nutritional status of the population, and primary health care also training of local dye, sputum microscopy, dot therapy, that is direct observed therapy for TB patients, and they provide clinical, logistic, and managerial support to basic health unit, LHVs, and maternal and child health center. So the second healthcare system, secondary healthcare system, is the second healthcare system, that is intermediate level of healthcare, They concerned with provision of technical, therapeutic and diagnostic services. So this is the first referral level, that is serving at district and tehsil level, and specialist consultation and hospital admissions fall in this category. Tehsil headquarter hospital and district headquarters hospitals are lie under secondary healthcare system category. So tehsil headquarter hospital, they serve a population of 0.5 to 1 million people, and there are 40 to 60 beds are present there, and they are supposed to provide basic and comprehensive emergency care, obstetric and newborn care, and there is lab, ECG, X-ray and ultrasound facilities, and ambulance services are also present, and they provide referral care to those who are referred from RHC and BHU and lady health workers. So next are district headquarter hospitals. They are located at district level and they serve 1 to 3 million population, and they deal with serious and complicated cases. Ambulance services are there. So district headquarter hospital, they provide promotive, preventive, curative, diagnostic, inpatient and referral healthcare services. So all district headquarter hospitals, they provide referral care to patients those who are referred by basic health unit, rural health center and tehsil headquarter hospitals. So the third level, that is tertiary healthcare system. Tertiary healthcare system, that is the most specialized inpatient care services are provided in tertiary healthcare system. So specialized healthcare services usually for inpatient and on referral from primary or secondary healthcare professionals, and they consist of highly specialized diagnostic and therapeutic services, and there is a highly qualified staff and equipments are also there. So for example, example of tertiary healthcare hospital is neonatal intensive care unit, neurology and cardiology unit. These are all specialized units. So here is statistics of Pakistan according to 1997 statistics. There were 5,000 BHUs, 650 RHCs and 300 THQs, and DHQs were 70. So in 2007 statistics, the hospitals were 919, RHCs were 560, BHU were 5,334, dispensaries were 4,712, and MCH centers were 905, and TB control centers were 288. So this is the health care system organization structure. At the base there is primary healthcare delivery system, then secondary, and then at the top there is tertiary healthcare facilities. So private healthcare system. Now first we have read about the public healthcare system, in which we have read about primary, secondary and tertiary. Now comes the private healthcare system. In private healthcare system there are private hospitals, clinics, medical center, diagnostic centers, maternity homes, hakim, NGOs, complementary and alternative system of medicine. So NGOs, these are non-profit organizations, and they are organized on local, national or international level, and they have common interest, and their focus is on legal rights, literacy, women's issue, children's issue, minorities and human rights. Some other they are working for health education, some they are working for emergency rehabilitation and relief, some they are working on mobilization and development like pet latrines, concrete, cement road for village boundary wall, etc. Some they are working for livelihood sport, they provide vocational training, they give microfinance loan to the farmers, and these all NGOs, they are funded by membership dues or private donations or grant. So here are some examples of NGOs in Pakistan. ED, as you know, they provide ambulance services, and there are ED homes, orphanage centers and langar services as well. Then Aman Foundation, it provides rescue and medical services and provide vocational training as well. Then Khawaish Foundation, this is also a foundation that is working on education of the poor and needy. And then Maqsad Foundation, it is working for education and providing education and medical facility for poor peoples. that is Maqsad Foundation. So next, complementary and alternative system of medicine. These are the all alternative system of medicine in which Tibbi Nabwi, homeopathy and Ayurveda included. So in Tibet Unani they use honey and other herbal remedies, and they were using cupping therapy, that is very common, and then homeopathy they are using drops of herbal medicines, and in Ayurveda they are using massage, meditation, yoga and dietary changes and herbal remedies. That's it for today's lecture. If you have any question then you can ask. Thank you.